All right, welcome to America Live. Thanks for coming out, guys. You guys sounded great. So now, who are the original members of the band?
The original members that are left of the band would basically be me, and then it would be
And what's your name?
Sky.
Okay, and can you guys introduce yourselves to the audience?
I'm Buster. I play bass.
Okay.
Rita Torgerson, vocals.
Monique, vocalist. Tina, vocals.
Ryan, drums.
Eric, guitar.
Awesome. So the original members are you and who else,
I would
guys?
say Eric, myself, and Ryan, and Tina. Tina was in the band and left for a while and then rejoined.
Okay. How'd you guys come up with the idea for the band and the music that you're doing?
The idea, actually, Sawyers Dream started actually long before any of these members were in the band. I was living out in Seattle, Washington, and I was advised to come home and continue this from someone in the industry. And so I came back, and a friend of mine, Chuck, used to play drums, and we got a little band together, and I wanted an earthy, natural Americana name, and I was in an antique store with an ex-girlfriend at the time, and I picked up a copy of Tom Sawyer's, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and on the top it said Tom's Dream. Well, I put his last name and that chapter together, and I came up with the name of the band.
Man, that's awesome. So how long has the band been in existence?
I would say 8 years since the idea, but just recently we got, I feel, a lineup together that is the one.
Awesome. So now are you guys pretty busy with doing a lot of shows and things?
This year has been a very good year for our band.
Tell us about some of the shows.
Well, we have Pride Fest coming up this Sunday.
Awesome.
Tomorrow we're playing the Lemonade Festival. Eric, you want to share some more of that?
Mears Park, we're playing in St. Paul coming up. We're doing Highland Fest in Highland and St. Paul. Uptown Art Fair, Oakdale, and the amphitheater there. We're going to be playing there.
So do you guys have like a website or a Facebook where people can see your shows that are coming up to go out and see you?
Any of those? Yeah.
Absolutely. It's Sawyers Dream, www.sawyersdream.com, or you can meet us on Facebook.
Awesome. And they can see your schedule and hear some more music there.
Absolutely. All our upcoming shows are listed there.
And that sounds great. So now, in every band, there's always drama. You know, that's no mystery. So, and you guys ever date the same person in the band?
No.
How'd that work out?
No.
They're
No?
all gone.
They're all
Yeah, we wouldn't have done that
they're all
yet.
with one another.
Just so you know, we've been through a lot of people. Scott and I probably been in the band for 4 years, and we've cycled through a lot of people.
We probably
just
have
to
the
find
record.
professionals that want to work hard and you know.
So it took a little while.
And if you think about that, being in a band when you're dating somebody, if you get in a fight with that person, it could, I look at it this way, you don't lose one band member, you wind up losing two, because it's pretty hard to
Exactly.
fix it. You know?
I
Look at
agree.
Fleetwood Mac, what a mess.
I know, right?
So now at your guys' shows, I imagine, have you ever had anything wild happen at one of your shows? And if so, what was the wildest thing that ever happened?
Well, I think the thing to date was our last Mankato show that we played a week ago. There was a guy out there dancing, doing this bizarre, monster dance.
It was like an epileptic fit to music.
Yeah, and I went up to him, and he goes, "I love your band. You are the best original band I ever heard." And I go, "Well, thank you." He goes, "You supply the music, and I supply the dose." And I don't exactly know what that meant, but he kept doing this really weird dance.
Oh, we had the Windstorm gig last year too.
And you guys
Oh,
were
man, I
talking
thought
about
Where was that again? That church.
Montevideo.
Montevideo.
We played in a
Trailer.
trailer, like a semi-trailer. They had the side pulled off of it. Thunderstorms, tables flying across the
Lightning.
parking lot.
It was like 50-mile-an-hour
It
winds.
was awesome.
Like it
Sounds like-
almost blew the thing over.
It
We
was
were
like a
shaking
wind
and-
sail. I thought for 5 seconds I thought.
I thought we were going over.
I might die.
Man, that sounds pretty interesting. All right. Well, that's about all we have. I do have one more question, because you guys have been around for a little while. You've been playing together. So one of the things that this website and this YouTube channel is trying to do is to help younger musicians figure out the ropes. So what would be your advice to a young band just starting out?
Well, here, I can give you some very good advice. Take your band serious, make it the #1 priority, and work your ass off. If you don't work hard, you're never going to get anywhere. That's all it is. It's a business. It's your pleasure. It's everything. But in the end, if you don't work hard, if you don't have a driving ambition, If you're not going to put the time in, you're never going to reap the rewards. You're never going to get there. You know, like many of my friends lately, they're like, wow, I've looked at your website and you have all of these shows. We work hard. We sacrifice everything. We give everything we can to make this work. That's the reality, especially being an original band. I always tell this band how lucky we are to have these shows. We never take any of it for granted, but we have worked hard.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say don't believe in the fantasy TV shows that you're going to become a star overnight. That's like the one in a million.
Right.
It's like the truth of the matter is if you want to succeed in the music business, you have to be persistent, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to continue to work hard.
You gotta put in the time and the effort.
It's not going to happen overnight. They're not going to, just because you put out a CD or you sing a great song, they're not going to roll out a red carpet and make you a star.
There's no prize at the end of The Voice. There's no $1 million contract. There's nobody going, you guys are so great, here it is. You can earn it. You can go out there and play and everybody can see you. And if you do it long enough, stick around long enough, maybe people will know who you are and respect what you've done.
What about when it comes to signing contracts?
When it signs the contracts, we do it all the time with the shows that we're doing now. And some of them are pretty crazy. You know, like, now in this era, I really don't know how much pull the labels have anymore. All the success that we're having right now is from everything we're doing ourselves. That's one thing we've learned is just to do it ourselves. We self-promote ourselves, we manage ourselves, we're our own booking agency. We do everything, you know, and that's the only way it's worked so far.
And we do everything. I mean, Sky's girlfriend designs all of our posters. We handle all of our own social media accounts and our own website. We don't really have anybody outside providing any of those services. So, I mean, you're going to have to just kind of get it all done yourself and just take charge, and no one's going to do it for you.
The magic days of the record contract are over because no one buys records anymore, really. And you can self-produce your own record and put it on and sell it on iTunes, the same as the record label does. They used to control distribution to all the record stores, and that's what made them powerful. They lost that power when the internet came. So now you can do everything yourself. They're mostly doing management now, so they can help you in that regard as far as getting on big tours and things like that. But it's not like the old days where it was the golden pot at the end of the rainbow if you got a record deal.
Right. Well, guys, I want to thank you for your time. You guys sounded great. And I'm going to look forward, if it's all right with you, I'd like to come out and film one of your shows and show the world your songs.
That sounds great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us.